Minecraft Live just finished the other day, and they weren't lying when they said it was too packed. So packed, I'm making a long-form video. We heard more about the tiny takeover, the next Minecraft drop, a Minecraft theme park, Minecraft Dungeons 2, and loads more. And somehow I've managed to get my hands on a press release so I can share way more details with you all. From a secret Dungeons 2 ARG to more concept art and details about the Minecraft theme park. Firstly, something I wouldn't normally talk about was the community pre-show. It's a really cool opportunity for Minecraft creators to get involved and celebrate the creators, big ones and small ones. But I don't know if it's just me. The community pre-show seemed a lot higher production than usual, right? There was a whole segment that they filmed with Kurt J. Mack to celebrate him hitting the Farlands. Weepies had his own segment, and spoilers if you haven't seen this video. And he showed some lore or some like upcoming segment from a new video. And he even showed us what's behind that door, and turns out he hid clues throughout the entire segment, along with a link that takes you to an ARG. Genuinely, I think that's gotta be the coolest thing that they've ever done in the pre-show, right? Pubba also had a film segment talking about the mid-offs. Hold on, quick distraction. What on earth is this generation? How high is this? Naturally generating to 219? That's so cool. Back to what I was saying. The mid-offs is a speedrunning tournament that he hosts, and as the name implies, he gets mid-players and they're coached by pro speedrunners. And a week later, all of the mid-players play in one giant tournament to see who's the king of the mid-offs. He's done 3 of these now, and it seems like he pretty much announced the 4th one. But the really interesting thing that he said,
if anything you've seen here today piques your interest, make sure to tune in online or in the stands.
In the stands? Implying there's going to be a mid-offs in real life where you'll be able to actually sit in the crowd. Maybe he'll have a thing during the Twitch Rivals at TwitchCon, or maybe just his own event in general. I just thought some of those things from the pre-show were worth mentioning. But onto the main show. Let's start with a tiny takeover. And the main thing with this update is they're adding all of these new baby mobs. There's loads. You might as well notice that a lot of these have their own unique baby sounds now. And there's this new item called the golden dandelion, which you can feed to a baby mob to keep it a baby forever. Also, if you put a note block on top of a copper block now, it's going to give you a new sound. The trumpet note blocks. But the really cool thing is, depending on how weathered the copper block is, they get gradually more muffled. We've knew about these for a while because they've been testing in snapshots, but we didn't know when it was going to release yet. And we now know it's going to be the 24th of May. So depending when you see this video, this update might be out already. Oh, and something else new with this update, they're completely changing the numbering system for how updates are named. Originally, we were expecting this to be like 1.21.12 or maybe 1.22. But because they're doing a lot more drops now, that system doesn't work as well. So the new system will be 26, meaning the update came out in 2026. .1, meaning the first drop of 2026. Whatever means how many updates they've done for different bug fixes. As you can see, there's a lot of different mobs. So instead of going in detail, here's a song that I made that tells you everything you need to know anyway. Armadillo, axolotl, both of them got baby models. So did cats and so did bees. Camel, chicken, cow, donkey, dolphin drowned, hoglin, horse, fox, close with goat of course, husk, llama, moose, shroom, baby, zombie of doom, skeleton, horse, sheep, sniffer, squid and wolf, zombie, villager, panda, pig, piglin, mule, zombie, piglin, strider, turtle, villager, zoglin, zombie, horse, polar bear, and ocelot. I think I might have lost the plot. What's that in the pot? That's the golden dandelion, use on puppy Brian. Now he won't grow up, he'll stay like that forever. Craft nugget and a paper, make yourself a name tag. You ain't gotta find them anymore. Now, if you want a trumpet, you just need a note block with a copper block, and the bunnies are not fluffy. Anyway, Minecraft Experience had some announcements, with a few new locations which they did announce on Twitter before, but what they didn't tell us about was a new one in Argentina, Buenos Aires. I think I said that right, probably not. But there's going to be one opening there in May, which is only going to be open at night. That's because it's going to be outside in the middle of a forest, and it's going to be called the Moonlight Trail. It sounds so cool. This one I'd love to go to. But let's be honest, I cannot reason flying all the way to Argentina just to make one video. I've actually still just not been to a Minecraft Experience, but I think the one in London is closed now, right? Although that doesn't matter because they announced a brand new IRL thing that's way cooler than all of the other Minecraft experiences combined. They finally announced the Minecraft theme park named Minecraft World. We did know this was happening because Merlin a few months ago announced it, but Minecraft themselves never did. And we never knew a name of it or any concept art. We just knew it was happening at some point. It's going to be opening in 2027, which is later than the original 2026 that they said, but oh well. And it's going to be in London as an extension of Chessington World of Adventures. They gave us some details during Minecraft Live, but I got my grubby little hands on a press release. And there's a lot more info that they didn't tell us. Firstly, this theme park isn't a small project. Based on these videos, it looks like it's being built in quite a large area. Apparently, Chessington already have new maps. And if you look over here, it's going to be this giant section here, which I'm not too sure where it is on the map. I think it's going to be in here, but it's really hard to tell. And like, if you look at the grand scheme of the park, this area probably is the biggest area. And to put that in terms of how much it's going to cost them to build, they've got a budget of £50 million. And that's going to get them the first biggest ever Minecraft roller coaster, the world's biggest Minecraft shop, although I can't say I've ever seen a Minecraft shop, themed dining, and fan favorites, whatever that means. The closest thing I can think to compare it to is an Epic Universe in Florida, where they've got this entire Nintendo-themed area. I imagine it'll look something like this, but, well, Minecraft. Here's some of the concept art. We've got this, which is assumingly the entrance, because this isn't going to be its own theme park. Like I said, it's just going to be an area inside Chessington. And it seems like the goal of it is very similar to how Epic Universe as a whole works. Once you walk in, you feel like you're actually in Minecraft as much as you can in real life. There's going to be a floating island with a mushroom house on top, which is pretty cool. This cave, which I'd assume is the entrance to the ride. The queuing area for the ride, which looks like a lush cave, which is really nice. Something that's actually really cool is the ride's actually going to be inside a minecart. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit bigger than a normal minecart, where instead of just fitting one person, it seems like it's going to be 3 rows of 4. We don't know exactly how the ride's going to look, but based on concept art, it'll take you through a mine shaft with mobs throughout, and I'm going to assume all of the concept art is just one giant big ride, meaning next it'll probably take you through the nether, seemingly getting attacked by a ghast, and if we go to the nether, maybe that means later we'll also go to the end. After that ride's finished, we've got a gift shop, which is the infamous biggest Minecraft store in the world, and if you're feeling a little bit peckish after all that queuing, there's going to be a lava-themed restaurant, which I can only assume is going to be lava chicken-themed, right? To be honest, with how big the Minecraft movie was, I think they'd be silly not to make it lava chicken-themed, but oh my goodness, I can already imagine the sound of that place.
Mommy, please, I want to get the Steve's lava chicken, please.
You're going to hear that left, right, and center all around you. On top of that, it also seems like every single area is going to have its own scent. In this video, they showed Amesy, LD Shadow Lady, Brian, and Dan TDM scent testing, which for a theme park, I can only guess that would mean it's going to have scented areas. And on the short that they posted teasing this, there's also a changing hotbar when they smell different things. So I can only guess that this hotbar is going to represent what different areas there are going to be in the Minecraft world, and what each area is going to smell like. Whatever water's meant to smell like. Now, onto the drop that's going to be happening after the tiny takeover. We got hints the day before, and we gathered from that they were probably going to be adding sulfur and a new type of slime. But we had no idea in what capacity these were going to be added and what they were going to do. Well, introducing the sulfur caves. A new biome found in the caves with hot springs, as well as some new colorful blocks. We have this yellow block, sulfur, and around the sulfur is cinnabar. Sulfur in real life is often found in hot springs like this, which the actual hot spring itself has a brand new yellow gas particle coming off it, thanks to this new block called potent sulfur, which acts completely normal outside of water, but as soon as it's submerged in it, it's going to start bubbling, just like how salt sand and magma does, and this gas will appear above the water. And because you can break and replace this block, you'll also be able to recreate this effect in survival Minecraft too. But that gas being, you know, sulfur gas, which is very not safe, shouldn't be safe in Minecraft either. So if you're to stand in this gas for too long, it's gonna start giving you nausea. I feel like it should poison you too, because, you know, it is very toxic. But let's be honest, if a new player was accidentally in that and tried escaping whilst having the nausea effect, yeah, they'd be dead very quick. Back to the other blocks, the sulfur and cinnabar will generate as sulfur blocks and cinnabar blocks. But they've also confirmed that both of these blocks are going to come with their own complete block set. That means slabs, stairs, walls, as well as polished versions of all of them, brick variants too, and 2 new chisel blocks. The chisel cinnabar looks like it actually has a cinnabar beetle on, which is very interesting because most of the chisel stones, we've got the creaking, the creeper, wither skeletons, piglins, they depict real mobs in Minecraft. Could we see this beetle coming to Minecraft? Although at the same time, it does kind of look like a spider, doesn't it? So maybe not. And what's this mob on the chiseled sulfur? Well, that's the new slime mob that we were talking about. It's going to exclusively spawn in this biome, the sulfur cube, which looks a lot goofier than the normal slime or magma cube, but it's got a really interesting, unique purpose, unlike anything we've ever seen in Minecraft. Instead of attacking the player, if you hold a block, it'll come towards you, and when you right-click that block on the mob, it'll absorb the block? Why? Well, most blocks, maybe even all blocks in Minecraft, have been divided into some categories, and depending on what category the block is, it'll give this mob its own unique properties. As soon as it absorbs the block, it's gonna lose all of its normal mob AI, and just be frozen there in place until you punch it. We might not know all of the block categories so far, but we definitely know 4. The blocks can either be slippery, bouncy, light, or heavy, and each property will make it react different when it's hit. Slippery will make it slide like it's on ice, and it even multiplies if it is on ice. Bouncy will make it bounce around, which for some reason logs count as bouncy. Light blocks like wool make it get hit pretty far, and the heavy property being metal blocks, which when it gets hit, it goes, well, not very far. Now, this seems pretty pointless, but as soon as you start applying it to actual things, you realize how good this update is. Like, all of these are going to be perfect for making mini games. The bouncy one can make some tennis, slippery one for hockey, light for golf, and heavy for things like bowls. You can also stand on top of them, so it can even work for some cool moving parkour level. Depending what you hit it with, it'll also change how far it goes. We don't know too many details on how this works right now, but it seems like the more damage received, the further it's going to go. And that also includes hitting it with projectiles like arrows. Additionally to that, when it's not in block form, like a normal type of slime, it will split into multiple. But unlike other types of slime, this one will regrow. So technically, you're only ever going to need one to have infinite. which is really nice because that means you won't have to keep trying to lead them out of caves, because I know that's going to be annoying. Speaking about the caves, how can you find this sulfur cave? Well, it looks like it's going to be spawning around the stone level, so you should be able to find them quite easy just by entering caves. But looking at some of these press photos, it looks like they can generate exposed on the side of a mountain. So if you ever spot this, you'll know that you'll have a sulfur cave there. That's it for the new Minecraft game content coming. But at the end of all of that, they just dropped on us out of nowhere an announcement for Minecraft Dungeons 2. We've kind of been expecting that this game's been in work for a while, and there has been some leaks about it here and there, but I've never covered them because I think leaks are cringe. Although I don't think anyone was expecting it quite yet to be announced, let alone a trailer for it. In the trailer, it starts in a village and shows snippets of the destruction that happens in the village, which it then takes a plunge into an ocean, going through multiple caves, and eventually arriving in an ancient city where, oh my goodness, it's real. The ancient city portal lights for the first time after being added 5 whole years ago. But here's where it gets really interesting though. You can see that the portal never fully lights, and there's also something here that doesn't naturally generate in Minecraft. A bunch of note blocks, each lighting up a separate color. Note blocks in Minecraft do this too, and you can see each different color is representing a different note. Now, I've done my best to recreate each one of these notes, but I'm not too sure what it's meant to mean. Maybe it's how they're going to open the portal? If you look carefully, the portal only fully lights when all of these are lit up, which is only for a very brief second. So the actual notes have definitely got to mean something, but more interesting than that, there's actually the start of an ARG hidden inside this trailer. On one single frame at around the 13-second mark, you can see a QR code, and when you scan it, it takes you to the Minecraft Dungeons website with this video. Kind of creepy, right? It looks like there's a warden with like an elongated head, which the Mourner pottery shared. This warden-like creature looks like this a lot more than the warden what we assumed was on this. This video is just way too cryptic to not mean something, so there's obviously something more hidden in here. Like, look at the title. That's 100% a code for something. So I did some digging, and there is definitely more to this than it just looks like. Firstly, if we go to the link up here, these random characters here aren't actually random at all. If you try and decode it using an ASCII cipher, using a website like Decode, once you decrypt it, you can see it translates to Spicewood, which was the leaked code word for the game. And actually, if you inspect element a bit in this, say the Minecraft Dungeons 2 logo, you can see it's in the folder Spicewood. And it translating to Spicewood means that there's definitely clues hidden in here. So then I tried a keyword cipher, and using the keyword of Spicewood and copying the title from the video, would you look at this? It translates to unlock the path. So there definitely is way more hidden in this. But what does that mean, unlock the path? Well, I have a few ideas. Once again, going back to the video, if we look at these 3 first notes, they're also colored. And using vanilla tweaks to map this out a bit easier, this is what I got. But interestingly, when you play it, that's not the sound at all. Until I realized playing it backwards is perfect. So I think the next hint might have something to do with playing this video backwards or playing something backwards. But so far, I've tried a lot and I can't figure out anything. I've tried putting in a spectrogram. I've tried analyzing the notes. These note blocks in the trailer, I've tried playing them backwards and trying to figure something. I've tried looking at the numbers and the letters associated to the notes. I can't find anything. These colors in the background, though, could maybe also relate to notes, but like some of them are hard to map. Like here, there's purple and there's also green. Do we include both of these? But also, if I did figure out the right answer to this, I'd have no way of knowing what to do with that code. Maybe it's something like you put these letters backwards and change this section of the URL, but maybe it's something like playing these letters backwards, then decoding it and putting it into a link again. I don't know. I'm clueless on how to get further than this. So if anyone wants to help me, please do. I've even added a new temporary channel in my Discord just for trying to figure out this. So if you have any smart ideas, please join and help us. Apart from that, that seems like it's everything in this Minecraft Live. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me going a little bit more in detail. Maybe I'll make some more of these in the future Minecraft Lives. If you're new here and you enjoy Minecraft, I post daily Minecraft shorts as well as the occasional long form video like this, so feel free to go check out some of my other content. And thank you for watching. I'll see you later.